Hey, what's up, guys? Spencer Rhodes here. So, if you've read the Walking Dead comics, you might know about an upcoming event in the Walking Dead show that will probably occur in season 9 this season. I believe it won't be until the finale. It'll be saved as a Big Bang, but it involves a lot of characters dying. Some of them main characters, some of them are recurring smaller characters, but in the comics, there's this new group of big bads called the Whisperers, and they don't really like the people at Alexandria or the Hilltop or the other communities that much, and they don't want to have anything to do with them. They cross paths with them. There's just some complicated shit that happens. I don't know how much of it's going to be adapted in the show, but basically the leader, Alpha, she wants to separate her group from the other communities, Alexandria and everyone, and they set up a border that is meant to be sort of a line that's like, you can't cross here. This is our territory. The other side is your territory. It just separates the territories that they have. Unfortunately, the border is 12 spikes with the heads of 12 characters from Alexandria and the Hilltop and the Kingdom. It's 12 people, 12 characters that are dead. Their heads are on spikes, and they're zombies, and they're growling and everything. And it's a really big, shocking twist in the comics. I believe it's issue 144. Yeah, it should be. It should be. And it's 12 characters. Like I said, some of them are more important than others, but they're all characters that we know. And in the comics, it's kind of unique how they do it, because they show one head of a character, and then we get a little image, a little panel of other characters looking for them. Then we get to the other head, and then we see other characters looking for that character. Rosita and Ezekiel. With Rosita, we see, I think Eugene is looking for her. And it's just this really horrible moment, because it's 12 characters. Not only are they getting killed, but they're already dead. Their heads are on spikes. They probably got killed in horrible ways, getting decapitated, and we don't even see it happen. It's just boom, their heads are on spikes, they're dead. In the comics, there's some major characters like Rosita, Ezekiel. There's a couple of characters that are already dead. One of the Carsons and Olivia, and they're already dead in the show. So it's gonna have to be mixed up if they want to do 12 heads, which I hope they do 12 heads. They have enough characters. They have enough background characters. They have enough main characters. The two big ones are Rosita and Ezekiel, and I actually think that they're going to get those deaths. Rosita and Ezekiel are going to be two of the 12 heads on spikes. They're both still alive. I think it's for a reason. I don't think it's a coincidence that Rosita and Ezekiel are having a big role in the season, and their comic deaths are both very soon. I think that's being set up on purpose. I think Rosita and Ezekiel will get their comic deaths. However, one of the heads that are on the spikes, that's on the spike, is Luke. Luke is a part of Magna's group. And in the comics, Luke does not have a big part. In the show, he's only been in 2 episodes, and he's already gotten more dialogue and more screen time, and has a bigger role than his comic version did. In the comics, he said like 10 lines, and that was it. But, I mean, TV format, comic format, they're different. Sometimes characters get bigger parts. But he's one of the heads on spikes. And in the show, Luke is the guy that's the music teacher, and he's one of the more, hopeful, optimistic characters. There's a scene in episode 6 where Magna almost wants to fight fight Michonne and cause problems, and he's the one that calms her down and says, look, these are good people, let's just leave, let's just do the right thing. He seems like someone that's always trying to do the right thing. And on The Walking Dead, that tends to get you killed. I mean, Travis was a really good person on Fear the Walking Dead. He got killed. Tyrese was a good person. Herschel was a good person. Beth, Bob. I mean, I could go on and on. But once you're a good person, Glenn, my goodness, Glenn. Once you're a good person on the show, you get killed on either The Walking Dead or Fear the Walking Dead. That tends to happen. I mean, every once in a while you get lucky and you can be a good person for a little while, but usually something bad happens that makes you more of an asshole, and that's how you don't get killed off. Like Morgan survived because he went back and forth to Crazy Morgan. I think that helped him out. I mean, although Morgan is a good person overall, he did go back and forth between being crazy and being a killing machine. So I feel like he kind of doesn't count. But in general, being a good person gets you killed. And I do think it's possible that Luke could get his comic death. And like I said, I think this event will happen in the season 9 finale. That gives them 10 more episodes to set it up, to introduce the Whisperers, to develop it, to have some sort of remix of Carl's storyline with Lydia. I made a video where I think that it will be Henry instead of Carl. And by episode 16, we can get to that moment. We can get to that border. In fact, they almost have too much time to do it. It should be happening during or right after the fair, and that we know that the characters are setting up the fair. So it's possible that it's before the finale, but I honestly think it'll be the finale. I mean, episode 7 is today, and we haven't even been introduced to the Whisperers yet. I mean, we've gotten some hints about them. We've heard their voices a little bit, but we haven't gotten introduced to Beta, Lydia, Alpha. They still have a lot of things from the comics to cover, to develop, and to set up before they can just get to the heads on spikes. So for those of you that are thinking it's going to be the mid-season finale, episode 8, no, they don't have enough time. They haven't even introduced Alpha, Lydia, Beta. I think they should save it for the finale. That way they've got 10 episodes to develop the new characters, to develop the story. They can develop Rosita, Ezekiel, and Luke a little bit more so that their deaths are more tragic once you see their heads on spikes. And, I mean, there's going to be some other minor characters like Scott, Barbara, maybe, Eduardo. It's probably going to be Cal instead of Eduardo, but I want it to be Eduardo. I want Cal to live longer. I mean, some people from Oceanside, maybe Beatrice. Maybe that little bitchy kid that kept trying to kill Tara. That'd be kind of nice. I don't know. But I think that they're going to save it for the finale because it'll be this big bang that gets everyone really hyped up for the season 10 premiere. And I think that Luke will get his comic death. I know that he's a new character, but in episode 6, he got a lot of screen time, a lot of dialogue. He got more screen time out of Magna's group than any other character other than Magna herself. I mean, I know Yumiko was unconscious for most of the episode, but you know what I mean. Like, they gave Luke a pretty decent part, and he's a good person, and like I said, that gets you killed. A lot of the signs are pointing to Luke dying this season. Now, I like him. I like the character. I think the actor's doing a good job. If he avoids his comic death, then I'm happy. If he makes it to season 10, that's cool. I'm fine with that. I'm not against him surviving. I'm just being realistic. There's a lot of people that think that a lot of the major deaths are going to be completely different, and it'll be like Eugene or Tara or, I mean, I don't know, Carol, but I think it's going to, most of them are going to be like the comics. The major ones are going to be the same as the comics, and the major ones are Luke, Rosita, and Ezekiel, and a few others. And I think it can be exactly those characters. And if I'm wrong, that's fine. I'm cool with it. I'm just explaining why I think it'll be most of the ones from the comics. And I think Luke will get his comic death. He will be one of the heads on spikes. He hasn't been developed too much, but they have 10 more episodes to develop him because I don't think it'll be until the finale where he gets killed off. So I think they have enough time to develop him and make the audience like him and connect with his character a little bit more, and then you can give him his comic death. So yeah, I mean, I think that's what's going to happen. We're going to get the 12 heads on spikes. It's going to be the season 9 finale, and Luke will be one of the heads. It's unfortunate, but I think that's what's going to happen. I think that's what they're setting up. So, yeah, unfortunately, I think that's what's going to happen. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think that Luke will get his comic death, Or do you think he will survive the season and make it to season 10, 11, 12? Just let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I make 1 to 2 Walking Dead videos per day, so please hit that subscribe button. Right now we are at 205 subscribers. I am trying to get to 300 in the next few months. So, I mean, we're getting there. We're already at 205. That's just 95 more people. That's not much. I mean, I started this channel with 0, and now we're at 205. So, getting to 300 doesn't sound that bad. I'm just hoping that we can get there in the next few months. If not, that's fine. It's just kind of a fun goal, and we're already between 200 and 300. We already got 5. So we're 95 away from that goal of 300. Yes, I am good at math. No, I'm not good at math. That was sarcasm. I suck at math. In fact, I suck at everything. But yeah, hopefully we can get to 300. Just share this channel with everyone you know. It doesn't matter, grandkids, grandparents, friends, your mom, your dad. It doesn't matter. I'm not too picky as to who is subscribing. It's really just whoever you think would be interested in this channel. And yeah, let's just continue to grow this community of people. We've progressed so much from 0 subscribers to 205. I am just so happy that we've made it this far, and I'm hoping that we can eventually get to 300. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. And with all that said, I am Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye.